ॐ शुक्लाम्भरधरं विष्णुं शशिवर्णं चतुर्भुजं प्रसन्नवदनं ध्यायेत् सर्वविघ्नोपशान्तये। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करभावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। अगजाननपद्मार्कं गजाननमहर्निशम् अनेकदन्तं भक्तानाम् एकदन्तमुपास्महे। श्रीमहागणपतये नमः। गुरवे सर्वलोकानां विषजे भवरोगिणां निधये सर्वविद्यानां श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। अस्मद्गुरुचरणारविन्दाभ्यां नमः। वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं। ज्ञानानन्दमयं देवं निर्मलस्फटिकाकृतिम् आधारं सर्वविद्यानां श्रीहयग्रीवमुपास्महे। श्रीहयग्रीवमूर्तये नमः। सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणि विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा। श्रीमहासरस्वत्यै नमः। उमाकोमलहस्ताब्जसम्भावितललाटकं हिरण्यकुण्डलं वन्दे कुमारं पुष्करस्रजं। வெற்றிவேல் முருகனுக்கு ஹரஹரோஹர. லோகவீரியம் மகாபூஜ்யம் சர்வரக்ஷாகரம் விபும் பார்வதி ஹிருதயானந்தம் சாஸ்தாரம் பிரணமாம்யகம். சுவாமியே சரணமையப்பா. வாகர்த்தாவிவ சம்பிருக்தோ வாகர்த்த பிரதிபத்தயே ஜகதः பிதரौ வந்தே பார்வதி பரமேஸ்வரौ. ஸ்ரீ பார்வதி பரமேஸ்வராभ्यां நமः. कोमलं कूजयन् वेणुं श्यामलोऽयं कुमारकः वेदवेद्यं परब्रह्म तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। अस्मद्गुरुचरणारविन्दाभ्यां नमः। श्रीकृष्ण गोविन्द हरे मुरारे श्रीनाथ नारायण वासुदेव। श्रीकृष्ण गोविन्द हरे मुरारे श्रीनाथ नारायण वासुदेव। श्रीकृष्ण गोविन्द हरे मुरारे श्रीनाथ नारायण वासुदेव। पीताम्बरं करविराजितचक्रशङ्खकौमोदकी सरसिजं करुणासमुद्रं राधासहायम् अतिसुन्दरमन्दहासं वातालयेशम् अनिशं हृदि भावयामि। कृष्णो रक्षतु मां चराचरगुरुः कृष्णं नमस्ये सदा। कृष्णेनैव सुरक्षितोऽहमसकृत् कृष्णाय दत्तं मनः। कृष्णादेव समुद्भवो मम विभो कृष्णस्य दासोऽस्म्यहं। कृष्णे भक्तिरचञ्चलास्तु भगवन् हे कृष्ण तुभ्यं नमः। श्रीगुरुवायूरप्पा शरणं नम्राणां सन्निधत्ते सततमपि पुरस्तैरणभ्यर्थितानपि आर्तान् कामानजस्रं वितरति परमानन्दसान्द्रां गतिं च। इत्थं निःशेषलभ्यो निरवधिकफलः पारिजातो हरे त्वं क्षुद्रं तं चक्रवाटी ध्रुममभिलषति व्यर्थमर्त्यव्रजोऽयं। श्रीगुरुवायूरप्पा शरणं श्रीभट्टपादम् अनिशं हृदि भावयामि। वंशीविभूषितकरात् नवनीरदाभात् पीताम्बरात् अरुणबिम्बफलादरोष्टात् पूर्णेन्दुसुन्दरमुखात् अरविन्दनेत्रात् कृष्णात् परं किमपि तत्त्वमहं न जाने। കൈരണ്ടും കൂപ്പി ഞാൻ വീണ്ടുമീറക്കുന്നു നീരജലോചന നിന്നോടായി. ഈ തീനു മഞ്ഞനെ കുമ്പിടേണ്ടാത്തോരു പ്രീതിയിൽ നീ എന്നെ പാലിക്കെന്നായി. കൃഷ്ണ ഹരേ ജയ കൃഷ്ണ ഹരേ ജയ കൃഷ്ണ ഹരേ ജയ കൃഷ്ണ ഹരേ. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the class after almost 2 weeks or 3 weeks. So we do a quick review of 61 and then we'll get started. Revati, can you do 61? Oh, Revati, mute lerke.
Okay. Starting every Tatascha Vrinda.
Yeah.
Okay. ततश्च बृन्दावनतोऽतिदूरतो वनं गतस्त्वं खलु कोपकोकुलैः हृदन्तरे भक्ततरद्विजाङ्गना कदम्बकानुग्रहणा ग्रहं वहन् ततो निरीक्ष्याच शरणे वनान्तरे किशोरलोकं श्रुतितं दृशाकुलम् अदूरतो यज्ञपरान् द्विजान् प्रति व्यसर्जयो दीतिव्यासनायतान् कतेष्वतो देष्वपिताय देपितां कुमारकेशोदनया शिशुप्रभो श्रुतिस्थिरा अव्यभिनिर्युरश्रुतिं न किञ्चिदूसुच्च महिषुरोत्तमः महिषुरोत्तमाः अनादरात् खिन्नतियो हि बालकाः समाययुर्युक्तमिदं हि यज्वसु सिरादभक्तः खलु ते महिषुराः कथं हि भक्तं त्वयि तैः समर्प्यते निवेदयत्वं गृहिणी जनाय मा दिशेयुरन्तं करुणाकुल इमाः इति स्मितार्त्रं भवतेरिता गताः ते तारकातारजनं ययाशिरे गृहीतनाम्नि त्वयि सम्प्रमाकुलाः चतुर्विधं भोज्यरसं प्रगृह्यताः चिरं त्वत्प्रविलोकनाग्रहाः स्वकैर्नृत्ता अपि दूर्नमाययुः विलोलपिञ्चं शिकुरे कपोलयोः समुल्लसत्कुण्डलमात्रमीक्षिते निधाय बाहुं सुकृतं शशीमणिस्थितं भवन्तं समलोकयन्ता यन्तदाः तदा चकासित्वदुपाहमोद्यथा गृहीतहस्त दैतेन यज्वना तथैव सञ्चिन्त्य भवन्तमञ्जसा विवेश कैवल्यमहो कृतिन्यसौ आदाय भोज्याय ननुगृह्यता दाह पुनः त्वतङ्गसङ्गस्पृह योज्यतीर्गृहं विलोक्य यज्ञाय विसर्जयन्तिमाः सकर्दपर्तॄनपिता स्वकर्षणान्
Within the first line, Adaya Bhojyan. Can you just say that line again?
Oh, Bhojyama.
Bhojyan, in sound, N.
Okay, Bhojyan. आदाय भोज्याननुगृह्यताः पुनः ओके निरूप्य दोषं निजमङ्गना जने विलोक्य भक्तिं स पुनर्विशारिभिः प्रबुद्धतत्त्वैस्त्वमभिष्टुतो द्विजैः मरुत्पुरातीसनिरन्ति मे कथा श्रीकृष्णाय परब्रह्मणे नमः.
So we'll start with 62. I think we had stopped at 5. So we'll continue from there. So Narayani, you can be a student, and Srivanigar, you can be a student again. So stanza 6. अवोचश्चैवं तान् किमिह विततं मे निगदितं गिरीन्द्रो नन्वेषः स्वबलिमुपभुङ्क्ते स्ववपुषा अयं गोत्रो गोत्रद्विषिचकुपिते रक्षितुमलं समस्तानित्युक्ताः जहृषिरकिला गोकुलजुषः. So what we saw earlier was, just to recap, was they were all preparing for a sacrifice for a puja for Indra, right? Which they do on an annual basis. So Krishna goes and asks, "Why are you doing it?" For which Nandagopal responds that because he's the one who is giving us the rain and all those things. So at the time, Krishna then tells that the rain is because of the collective karma of everybody who is there, and he questions that the forest, the trees and the shrubs, do they never offer anything to Indra? But how do they get rain? So that's why he questions, saying it is not, you don't have to do anything to Indra, to get rain, right? So, and then all of that happens, and they then decide to perform the puja to Govardhan. It says you perform the puja to Govardhana mountain, which is the source of all the shrubs and everything and water, as well as to all the holy men. So they do all that, and then after they do all that, then when they do the parikrama of Govardhan, I think in the 6th stanza, what's happening is the Lord then he consumes everything. So then he says, look, I told you all, Govardhana is going to be very happy. He's going to protect us. So there's absolutely nothing to worry. And then they all disperse and go back home. So avochash chaivam tan, comma, kimiha vitatam me nigaditam kirindro nanveshaha. So put a visarga there if you don't have it. Nanveshaha, comma. Swa balim upabhungte. You can break at that ma if you want. Swa balim upabhungte swa vapusha. Avochaschaivam tan kimiha vitatam me nigaditam girindro nanveshah swabhalim upabhungte swavapusha.
Avochaschaivam tan kimiha vitatam me nigaditam girindro nanveshah swabhalimubabhungte swavapusha. Avochaschaivam tan kimiha vitatam me nigaditam girindro nanveshah swabhalimubabhungte swavapusha.
Avochaschaivam tan kimiha vidatam me nigaditam girindro nanveshah swabhalimupabhungte swavapusha. Avochaschaivam tan kimiha vidatam me nigaditam girindro nanveshah swabhalimupabhungte swavapusha.
Ayam gotro, comma, gotra dvishi cha kupite rakshitumalam, comma, samastan ityuktaha. If you want to break it, you can break it that na. Samastan ityuktaha. So put a visarga and a comma there. Jahrushura Jahrushur akila, but you can say it together. Jahrushura kila gokula jushaha. Ayam gotro gotra dvishicha kupite rakshitumalam samastan ityuktaha jahrushura kila gokula jushaha.
Ayam gotra dvishicha kupite rakshitumalam samastan ityuktaha jahrushura kila gokula jushaha.
Gotro, Narayan, third line. Ayam gotro.
Gotro, okay. Ayam gotro gotradvishicha kupite rakshitumalam samastan ityuktaha jahrushura kila gokula jushaha.
Ayam me gotro gotradvishacha kupite rakshitumalam samastanityuktaha jahrushurakhila gokulajushaha. Ayam me gotro.
You have a may there because there's no may there. Just Ayam gotro.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I don't have it either. Yeah. Ayam gotro gotra dvishicha kupite rakshitumalam samastanityuktaha jahrusharakhila gokulajushaha.
Then we'll just do 7, 8 together and then talk, see the meaning. Pariprita yataha, comma, khalu bhavadupeta vraja jusho, comma, vrajam yavat tavan nija makha vibhangam nishamayan. So that line is together. I'll repeat it. Yavat tavan nija makha vibhangam nishamayan. Pariprita yataha khalu bhavadupeta vrajajusho vrajam yavat tavan nija makha vibhangam nishamayan.
Pariprita yataha kalu bhavadupeta vrajajusho vrajam yavattavan nijamaka vibhangam nishamayan. Pariprita yataha kalu bhavadupeta vrajajusho vrajam यावत्तावन् निजमखविभङ्गं निशमयन्
परिप्रीता याताः खलु भवदुपेता व्रजजुषो व्रजं यावत्तावन् निजमखनि विभङ्गं निशमयन् परिप्रीता याताः खलु भवदुपेता व्रजजुषो व्रजं यावत्तावन् निजमखविभङ्गं निशमयन्
Bhavantam janannapyadika. So janannapyadika rajasa kranta. So if you're following Sanskrit, I don't know about other texts, you'll have two S like symbols coming there. So it's kind of a A that continues, right? Rajasa kranta hridayo. Kranta hridayo. So no pause there, comma at the end of it. Na sehe devendraha. So that is that is there, you can remove it, put a visarga comma. Devendraha. Tvad Twadu-parichitat Munnatirapi. So that word you can't quite break it. So you try to say it together because it's multiple A and U's coming there. Twadu-parichitat Munnatirapi. So full word there. Bhavantam janannapyadika rajasa kranta hridayo nasehe devendraha Twadu-parichitat Munnatirapi.
भवन्तं जानन्नप्यधिकरजसा क्रान्तहृदयो न सेहे देवेन्द्रः त्वदुपरचितात्मोन्नतिरपि भवन्तं जानन्नप्यधिकरजसा क्रान्तहृदयो न सेहे देवेन्द्रः त्वदुपरचितात्मोन्नतिरपि
भवन्तं जानन्नप्यधिकरजसा क्रान्तहृदयो न सेहे देवेन्द्रः त्वदुपरिचितात्मोन्नतिरपि त्वदुपरिचितात्मोन्नतिरपि भवन्तं जानन्नप्यधिकरजसा क्रान्तहृदयो न सेहे देवेन्द्रः त्वदुपरिचितात्मोन्नतिरपि.
Stanza 8. मनुष्यत्वं यातो मधुभिरपि देवेश्व विनयं विदत्ते चेत् नष्टस्त्रिदशसदसां कोऽपि महिमा ततश्च ध्वंसिष्ये पशुपहतकस्य श्रियमिति प्रवृत्तस्त्वां जेतुं सखिलमगवात् दुर्मदनिधिः. So then when the Vrajas, the people, the inhabitants, right, were extremely happy, they all come back, right, because all the ceremony and everything has gone well, and they also felt happy now that the Govardhana has been prayed for. So when this happened, when Indra then heard about Bibhangam, that the sacrifice to him has been completely cancelled and stopped, so then Indra gets very upset. And here Bhattacharya says that even though Indra knows, because if you remember in the 37th chapter, Indra is the first one who triggers. He first goes to Brahma and says that I need help. And then they all go and pray, and that's how the Krishna Avataram itself happens. So even though Indra knows who you are, somehow the Rajas in his mind has taken over so much that he now wonders how is it that this is happening, right? And then what he's also telling is, he says, even if it is which I think there's one word which comes here, even if it is Madhuvidapi, even if it is Lord Vishnu himself who has taken birth, but he says right now he's taken birth as a human. And if you have taken birth as a human and if you do not respect the gods, he says that sets a precedence for everybody else who's going to follow later, that nobody is going to respect gods in the future, right? So he says now you're born as a human and these people are not worshipping Indra anymore and nothing happens to them. That means everybody in the future is going to say the Braja people did not worship Indra, so why will I worship Indra? And that sets a precedence. So he decides that somehow I'm going to take care of all these Raja people, I'm going to teach them a lesson so this does not repeat anymore. Manushyatvam yato, comma, madhubhidapi deveshwa vinayam, comma, vidatte chet. So you'll have a double na coming there. So you remove one of them and put a it. Vidatte chet it and then a comma. And the next one starts with a na. Nashtas tridasha sadasam. So tridasha means all the three gods, all the gods, right? Essentially, that's what it means. Nashtas tridasha sadasam kopi mahima. So what will be the mahima left for us? There will be nothing left for the gods if everybody continues to disrespect us. मनुष्यत्वं यातो मधुभिदपि देवेष्व विनयं विधत्ते चेत् नष्टस्त्रिदश सदसां कोऽपि महिमा.
मनुष्यत्वं यातो मधुभिदपि देवेष्वविनयं विदत्ते चेत् नष्टस्त्रिदश सदसां कोऽपि महिमा. मनुष्यत्वं यातो मधुभिदपि देवेष्वविनयं विदत्ते चेत् नष्टस्त्रिदश सदसां कोऽपि महिमा.
मनुष्यत्वं यातो मधुभिदपि देवेष्वविनयं विधत्ते चेतन् नष्टस्तिदशः सदसां कोऽपि महिमा.
Vani Garu, that second line, vidatte chet, just it, not chetan, just it. So two nas you have. So one of them becomes a it, the other continues as a na.
Vidatte chetan nashtas.
No in. Just vidatte chet it.
Yeah. Vidatte chet nashtasthidasha.
Yeah.
Sadasam kopi mahima. Manusyatvam yato madhubhidapi deveshva vinayam vidatte chet nashtasthidasha sadasam kopi mahima.
Tatascha dhvamsishye, comma, pashupa hatakasya shriyamiti, comma, pravrittastvam jetum, comma, sa kila magava durmada nidihi. ततश्चध्वंसिष्ये पशुपहतकस्य श्रियमिति प्रवृत्तस्त्वां जेतुं सकिलमगवा दुर्मदनिधिः.
ततश्चध्वंसिष्ये पशुपहतकस्य श्रियमिति प्रवृत्तस्त्वां जेतुं सकिलमगवा दुर्मदनिधिः. ततश्चध्वंसिष्ये पशुपहतकस्य श्रियमिति प्रवृत्तस्त्वां जेतुं सकिलमगवा दुर्मदनिधिः.
ततश्चध्वं शिष्ये पशुपहतकस्य श्रियमिति प्रवृत्तस्त्वां जेतुं सकिलमघवा दुर्मदनिधिः. ततश्चध्वं शिष्ये पशुपहतकस्य श्रियमिति प्रवृत्तस्त्वां जेतुं सकिलमघवा दुर्मदनिधिः.
त्वदावासं हन्तुं, कॉमा, प्रलय जलदानम्भर भुवि, कॉमा, प्रहिन्वन् बिभ्राणः, कॉमा, कुलिशम् अयम् अब्रेभ. So that word you can break it. Kulisham ayam abrebha gamanaha. त्वधावासं हन्तुं प्रलय जलदानं बरभुवि प्रहिन्वन् बिभ्राणः कुलिशमयमभ्रेभ गमनः.
त्वदावासं हन्तुं प्रलयजलदानम्बरभुवि प्रहिन्वन् बिभ्राणः कुलिशमदयम् अभ्रभगमनः. भगमनः वा?
कुलिशम् अयम् अब्रेभ गमनः.
अब्रेभ. ओके. कुलिशमयम् अब्रेभ गमनः. त्वदावासं हन्तुं प्रलयजलदान् अम्बरभुवि प्रहिन्वन् बिभ्राणः कुलिशमयमभ्रेभ गमनः.
त्वदावासं हन्तुं प्रलयजलदानम्बरभुवि प्रहिन्वन् बिभ्राणः कुलिशमयमभ्रेभ गमनः. त्वदावासं हन्तुं प्रलयजलदानम्बरभुवि प्रहिन्वन् बिभ्राणः कुलिशमयमभ्रेभ गमनः.
Pratastenyahi. So that ra that is there, first to remove the ra after yai and then put a visarga and a comma. So it is prataste anyahi, but you kind of say it together because of the S symbol. Pratastenyahi, comma. Next word starts with the a. Antar dahana marudadhyair vihasito, comma. Bhavan maya naiva, comma. Tribhuvana pate mohayati kam. Pratastenhyaihi antardahanamarudadhyairvihasito bhavan naiva tribhuvana pate mohayati kam.
प्रतस्तेन्यैः अन्तर्दहनमरुदाध्यैर्विहसितो भवन्मायानैव त्रिभुवनपते मोहयति कम् प्रतस्तेन्यैः अन्तर्दहनमरुदाध्यैर्विहसितो भवन्मायानैव त्रिभुवनपते मोहयति कम्
प्रतस्तेन्यैः अन्तर्दहनमरुदाद्यैर्विहसितो भवन्माया नैव त्रिभुवनपते मोहयति कम् प्रतस्तेन्यैः विहसितो भवान्माया नैव त्रिभुवनपते मोहयति कम्
सुरेन्द्र क्रुद्धश्चेत द्विजकरुणया शैलकृपयापि अनातङ्कोऽस्माकं नियत इति विश्वास्य पशुपान् अहो किन्नायातो गिरिभिरिति सञ्चिन्त्य निवसन् मरुद्गेहाधीश प्रणुदमुरवैरिन्मम गदान्. So because Indra now decided that he needs to teach the people of Vraja, so he says, Tvad Avasam, the place where you reside, the Vraja Bhumi, he decides that I'm going to come and completely destroy it. So he then sets out, right, to come and completely destroy it. So at that time, all the other gods are coming and telling him, that all the other gods think that this is a bad idea. This is Vishnu himself who's born there. But however, like we said, Indra was determined. He said, that we cannot let this happen. So here Bhattalpad is question, O Tribhuvanapate, O Lord of the three worlds, Mohayati, your Maya, who does it not influence? That even Indra and Brahma, like we said, everybody somehow gets influenced and feels that they are more stronger, right? Especially when things are going well, they feel this because of them, and he feels that he can come and destroy this. So Indra sets out. So at that time, then Krishna knows this is going to happen. So he's waiting for Indra, right? So he's Sanchintya Nivasan, he's waiting, wondering where is this happen? When is this going to happen? However, he sets the stage for the Vraja people that Indra is going to retaliate. There might be a lot of rains and a lot of other things that's going to happen. But however, remember, we worship the holy men, we worship the Govardhana mountain, and these two are going to take care of us. So he's setting the stage that be ready, and then however things will be taken care of. So with that, Bhattalpad ends this. Marudgehadisha, please eradicate all my ailments. Surendraha is there. Put a ich sound. Surendrah kruddash chete, comma, Dvija Karunaya Shaila Kripayapi. Put a P at the end of the line and a comma. Kripayapi, comma. Next, the Pya in the next line becomes a. So, Anatankosmakam. Anatankosmakam, comma. Niyata iti Vishwasya Pashupan. Surendra Kruddaschet Dvijakarunaya Shailakripayapi Anatankosmakam Niyata iti Vishwasya Pashupan.
सुरेन्द्रः कश्चित् द्विजकरुणाय द्विजकरुणया शैलकृपयापि अनातङ्कोऽस्माकं नियत इति विश्वास्य पशुपान् सुरेन्द्रः क्रुद्धश्चेत् द्विजकरुणया शैलकृपयापि अनातङ्कोऽस्माकं नियत इति विश्वास्य पशुपान्
सुरेन्द्रः क्रुद्धश्चेत् द्विजकरुणया शैलकृपयापि अनातङ्कोऽस्माकं नियत इति विश्वास्य पशुपान् सुरेन्द्रः क्रुद्धश्चेत् चेत् द्विजकरुणया शैलकृपयापि अनातङ्कोऽस्माकं नियत इति विश्वास्य पशुपान्
अहो किन्नायातो गिरिभीदिति कॉमा संचिन्त्य इन साउंड संचिन्त्य निवसन् कॉमा मरुद्गेहाधीश कॉमा प्रणुद मुरवैरिन् मम गदान् अहो किन्नायातो गिरिभीदिति संचिन्त्य निवसन् मरुद्गेहाधीश प्रणुद मुरवैरिन् मम गदान्
अहो किन्नायातो गिरिबिदिति संचिन्त्य निवसन् मरुद्गेहाधीश प्रणुदमुरवैरिन्मम गदान् अहो किन्नायातो गिरिबिदिति संचिन्त्य निवसन् मरुद्गेहाधीश प्रणुदमुरवैरिन्मम गदान्
अहो यातो गिरिभिदिति संचिन्त्य निवसन् मरुद्गेहाधीश अहो किन्नायातो गिरिभिदित संचिन्त्य निवसन् मरुद्गेहाधीश प्रणुदमुरवैरिन्मम गदान् श्री कृष्णाय परब्रह्मणे नमः.
When you go to the third line, Giri Bhiditi. Okay, second time you think you said something else.
Okay.
Krishnaya Parabrahmane Namaha. Okay, Dasakam 33. So Dasakam 63. Govardhanodharana. So Govardhana Uddharana means lifting Varnanam. So you can say it Govardhanodharana Varnanam. So this one, I believe, like couple of stanzas, the tunes actually change. So stanza 1. ददृशिरे किल तत्क्षणमक्षतस्तनितजृम्भितकम्पितदिक्तटाः सुषमया भवदङ्गतुलां गताः व्रजपदोपरिवारिधरास्त्वया. So at that time, tatkshanam, mean at that time, all of a sudden about the Vraj, on top of the Vraja Bhumi, then massive rain clouds started forming. Right, so the clouds all over the Mathura Brindavaniya, there is dark clouds which are forming, and there's thunder and lightning that is actually beginning to come, which is kind of indication of heavy downpour that is actually going to happen. Our Bhatripad says, however, all of this is it's like you, because like it's as dark like your skin, it looks like you, and in that you're shining in the dark clouds and the thunder and lightning that is happening. It's resembling that your brilliant form, right? That is what is representing there. Dadrushire kila tatkshanam akshata. If you want to break it or say it together, tatkshanam akshata, put a plus, stanita jrimbhita kampita diktataha. So the first two lines together. Sushamaya bhavadanga tulam gataha. So put a visarga there and a comma. Vraja padopari varidharas tvaya. ददृशिरे किल तत्क्षणमक्षतस्तनितजृम्भितकम्पितदिक्तटाः सुषमया भवदङ्गतुलां गताः व्रजपदोपरिवारिधरास्त्वया.
ददृशिरे किल तत्क्षणमक्षतस्तनितजृम्भितकम्पितदिक्तताः सुषमया भवदङ्गतुलां गताः व्रजपदोपरिवारिधरास्त्वया. ददृशिरे किल तत्क्षणमक्षतस्तनितजृम्भितकम्पितदिक्तताः सुषमया भवदङ्गतुलां गताः व्रजपदोपरिवारिधरास्त्वया.
ददृशिरे किल तत्क्षणमक्षतस्तनितजृम्भितकम्पितदिक्तटाः सुषमया भवदङ्गतुलां गताः व्रजपदोपरिवारिधरास्त्वया. ददृशिरे किल तत्क्षणमक्षतस्तनितजृम्भितकम्पितदिक्तटाः सुषमया भवदङ्गतुलां गताः व्रजपदोपरिवारिधरास्त्वया.
Stanza 2, the tune changes. विपुलकरकमिश्रैः तोयधारानिपातैः दिशि दिशि पशुपानां मण्डले दण्ड्यमाने कुपितहरिकृतान्नः पाहि पाहीति तेषां वचनमजितशृण्वन् मा बिभीतेत्यभाणीः. So then there is heavy torrential rains that actually start falling, along with, he says, hailstones. So the Karaka in the first line, Vipula Karaka Mishra, he is referring to the hailstones which are also falling. There's heavy rain that is happening, and then the water levels also start rising, right, to the point that all the valleys and roads, everything is getting covered now completely with water there. So the first people to suffer when such a thing happens are the animals, because they are tied, right? They are not inside the house. So the animals, and there's also excessive wind as well, so everybody is beginning to feel cold. So all the animals and then all the gopas, they all start approaching Nandagopa's house, because he's the master, or he's the leader, right there anyways. So they all come there, and then they address them, and they also address Krishna and say pahi pahi, means please protect us, right, saying that we are now, a heavy rain that is happening, it's very cold, we don't know where to go, the sheds are all getting washed away, so please, you have to help us out. So at the time, Krishna then hearing them says, okay, don't worry, right, I'm going to take care of it, we will, nothing to be afraid of. Vipula Karaka Mishraihi, so that is there, remove it, and then put a visarga and a comma, Mishraihi. Toya Dhara Nipataihi, another visarga and a comma there. Next line, on top of the di, there will be ir, you can remove it off. Dishi Dishi Pashupanam Mandale Dandyamane. विपुलकरकमिश्रैः तोयधारानिपातैः दिशि दिशि पशुपानां मण्डले दण्ड्यमाने.
विपुलकरकमिश्रैः तोयधारानिपातैः दिशि दिशि पशुपानां मण्डले दण्ड्यमाने. विपुलकरकमिश्रैः तोयधारानिपातैः दिशि दिशि पशुपानां मण्डले दण्ड्यमाने.
विपुलकरकमिश्रैः तोयधारानिपातैः दिशि दिशि पशुपानां मण्डले दण्ड्यमाने. विपुलकरकमिश्रैः तोयधारानिपातैः दिशि दिशि पशुपानां मण्डले दण्ड्यमाने.
Rajesh, the
Is
first
there
line, Vipula Karaka Mishraihi, then a Karata kadiyade.
Karaka.
Okay. I think Narayani, how is your book says?
கரெக்டா தான் போட்டிருக்கு ரேவதி.
ஆமா, ஆனா நீங்க கரதான்னு சொன்னீங்க.
அப்படியா?
Oh, sorry, I didn't get it either, catch it either. Okay.
Thank you.
Karaka only, yeah. First ka.
Okay.
Karaka.
Thank you, ma. Thank you.
Rajesh ji, is there a comma after Pashubana?
No, that line is continuous. It flows together, yeah. Kupita Hari Kritannaha, comma, Pahi Pahiti Tesham, and then put a plus. Vachanamajita Shrinvan Ma Bibhitetya Bhanihi. That word is also together. Bibhitetya Bhanihi. So one comma after Kritannaha, and then the rest of the two lines are together. Kupita Hari Kritannaha Pahi Pahiti Tesham Vachanamajita Shrinvan Ma Bibhitetya Bhanihi.
कुपितहरिकृतान्नः पाहि पाहीति तेषां वचनमजितशृण्वन् मा बिभीतेत्यबाणीः. कुपितहरिकृतान्नः पाहि पाहीति तेषां वचनमजितशृण्वन् मा बिभीतेत्यबाणीः.
कुपितहरिकृतान्नः पाहि पाहीति तेषां वचनमजितशृण्वन् मा बिभीतेत्यभाणीः. कुपितहरिकृतान्नः पाहि पाहीति तेषां वचनमजितशृण्वन् मा बिभीतेत्यभाणीः.
Stanza 3. कुलैः खलु गोत्रो दैवतं गोत्रशत्रोर्विहतिमिह सरुन्ध्यात् को नु वः संशयोऽस्मिन् इति सहसितवादी देवगोवर्धनाद्रिं त्वरितमुदमुमूलो मूलतो बालदोर्भ्याम्. So when they all approach then Krishna, right, he kind of is thinking, saying that because we stopped the sacrifice to Indra, so Indra is now causing this unseasonable rain. This rain is actually coming with terrible wind and hail and everything. So he says, I'm going to now teach Indra a lesson. And he says that all these demigods, that they sometimes, because of the foolishness, right, because of the ignorance, they think that they are the lords, right, they are the leaders of it, and then lesson has to be, at certain points lesson has to be taught. So he says this is the appropriate time to teach Indra that lesson because of his ignorance. And then also, more importantly, the community, the cowherd community, who are completely dependent on Krishna, and he needs to also take care of them, and he's taken a vow to take care of his devotees. So then what he does is, then Krishna then goes and then he quickly uproot the Govardhana mountain. You lift the Govardhana mountain right from the bottom. Moolataha means right from the moolam, from the roots. You uproot the mountain from the roots. Kula iha khalu gotro daivatam gotra shatror. So there's a ir which comes in the next line. You're going to join that and put a plus. Gotra shatror vihatim iha. Vihatim iha sarundyat, and then put a comma. So the whole of first line, and after rundyat, comma, ko nu vaha is there, put the is, ko nu vas samshayosmin. Kula iha khalu gotro daivatam gotra shatror vihatimiha sarundyat ko nu vas samshayosmin.
कुलैः खलु गोत्रो दैवतं गोत्रशत्रोर् विहतिमिह सरुन्द्यात् को नु वः संशयोऽस्मिन् कुलैः खलु गोत्रो दैवतं गोत्रशत्रोर् विहतिमिह सरुन्द्यात् को नु वः संशयोऽस्मिन्
कुलैः खलु गोत्रो दैवतं गोत्रशत्रोर्विहतिमिह सरुन्ध्यात् को नु वः संशयोऽस्मिन् कुल इह खलु गोत्रो दैवतं गोत्रशत्रोर्विहतिमिह सरुन्ध्यात् को नु वः संशयोऽस्मिन्
इति सहसित वादी देव गोवर्धनाद्रिम, comma, त्वरितम उद मुमूलो. If you want to break it, त्वरितम उद मुमूलो मूलतो बाल दोर्भ्याम. इति सहसितवादी देव गोवर्धनाद्रिम त्वरितम उद मुमूलो मूलतो बाल दोर्भ्याम.
इति सहसितवादी देवगोवर्धनाद्रम् त्वरितमुदमुमूलो मूलतो बालदोर्भ्याम् इति सहसितवादी देवगोवर्धनाद्रम् त्वरितमुदमुमूलो मूलतो बालदोर्भ्याम्
इति सहसितवादिदेव गोवर्धनाद्रिं त्वरितमुदमुमूलो मूलतो बालदोर्भ्याम्.
Vani Garu, the third line, Vadi is a long E, so stretch that.
Yeah. Iti sahasitavadi deva govardhanadrim tvaritamudamumumu. Sorry.
So Twaritam, you break it at that ma there. Twaritam Uda Mumulo.
Twaritam udamumulo mulato baladorbyam.
Yeah. So let's just switch here. Sridhar Garu, you can be a student. And Swami, if you're there, you can be a student. Okay. Stanza 4.
Sure.
Tadanu girivarasya prodhritasya tavat sikatila mridudeshe durato varitape parikara parimishran denu gopan adhastat upanidadadatta hasta padmena shailam. So she says, you, Krishna, who is Vishnu himself, you pick up this Govardhana mountain. At that time, remember, he was about 7 years, less than 8 years, so about 7.5 years, right? So you lift it, and then you lift it so easily with one hand, and then it says, as if like a child is holding a small mushroom. In Bhagavatam, that's a comparison they give. So as easily like a child can pluck a mushroom from the floor and lift it right from the ground, you lift this mountain so easily. And then you hold this right with your in your arm, and then he then addresses the Vraja community that oh, all the residents of Raja, if you wish, right, if you want to take protection, you all can come confidently, bring your cows, bring all your possessions, bring your carts, anything you want. You can actually bring under this mountain, because the mountain is big enough, right? That will cover everything. And then he also says at the same time, do not worry, this mountain is not going to fall, because that is also another concern. Of course, when a small boy is lifting, and more is going to come later. So when he lifts it, he says, do not worry, the mountain is not going to fall, and this is going to protect us from the wind and the rain and everything that is actually happening there. So when then Krishna then convinces them, then everybody along with their family all come, and then they reside under the mountain, and then actually take rest along with all their belongings, and all the cows and everybody is coming under the mountain right now. Tadanu गिरिवरस्य प्रोद्धृतस्यास्य तावत् कॉमा सिकथिल मृदु देशे दूरतो वारितापे. तदनु गिरिवरस्य प्रोद्धृतस्यास्य तावत् सिकथिल मृदु देशे दूरतो वारितापे.
तदनु गिरिवरस्य प्रोद्धृतास्यास्य तावत् सिकितलमृदुदेशे दूरतो वारितापे.
So they go to second line, सिकथिल.
तदनु गिरिवरस्य प्रोद्धृतास्यास्य तावत् सिकतिलमृदुदेशे दूरतो वारितापे.
तदनु गिरिवरस्य प्रोद्धृतस्यास्य तावत् सिकतिलमृदुदेशे दूरतो वारितापे. तदनु गिरिवरस्य प्रोद्धृतस्यास्य तावत् सिकतिलमृदुदेशे दूरतो वारितापे.
परिकर परिमिश्रान् धेनु गोपान् adhastat. First to put a it at the end of that line and a comma, it, and then the next word dhenu gopan adhastat. If you want to break it, or you can say it together, but it at the end, comma. Next line, the do becomes a u at the first word. So the next is a little bit of a tongue twister word. So upanidhadat adhatta. That is the easiest way to say that. So you have 4 das coming there, right? First da, second da, first da, second da. That's how it repeats in Sanskrit. So the third da that is coming, the, you break it into a it and a a. Then you can say it easily. So upanidhadat adhatta hasta padmena shailam. Parikara parimishran dhenu gopan adhastat upanidhadat adhatta hasta padmena shailam.
Parikara parimishran dhenu gopan adhastat upanidadat adattat hasta padmena shailam.
The first word you said adattat. You said there's no it. Adatta.
Adatta. Okay. Parikara parimishran dhenu gopan adhastat upanidada adatta hasta padmena shailam.
परिकर परिमिश्रान् धेनुगोपान् अधस्तात् उपनिदधत् अदत्ताः हस्तपद्मेन शैलम्.
Just adatta, the fourth. Upanidhadat adatta.
Adatta hal. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Bukulahar. Okay. I'll strike it off. परिकर परिमिश्रान् धेनुगोपान् अधस्तात् उपनिदधत् अदत्ता हस्तपद्मेन शैलम्.
Right? Bhavati vidruta shaile balikabhirvayasyehi api vihita vilasam kelila padilole savida milita dhenu rekahastena kandu yati sati pashupala stoshamaikszanta sarve. So like you said, right, in in Krishna Avataram, the Krishna doesn't even like act as if something is hard. So in this case, so what he says is he's just lifting it very casually with his left hand, and not only with the left hand, he's lifting it with the tip of his the pinky finger of his left hand, right? So it's not even like you're trying to show that it is hard. You're just keeping it very. That is the easiest way to lift. Is the tip of your pinky finger of your left hand. He's lifting, and then when everybody else is coming and standing there, and so Krishna continues to stay there. So all these, so on one hand it says you are caressing the cows which are actually coming there. So eka hastena, with one hand you are caressing the cows and the calves which are actually coming there. On the other side, you are having a very casual conversation with the boys and the girls of your age, your friends. So you are not even like trying to act as if it is hard. You're holding the mountain on your left hand with your pinky finger. You are caressing the cows and the calves on one side and having a casual conversation with the Gopa boys and girls who are actually also coming and standing there and having like a playful conversation. Bhavati vidhrita shaile balikabhir vayasyaihi. Put a visarga there and a comma. Vayasyaihi. Next line, the ra becomes a. Api vihita vilasam keli lapadi lole. You can say it together. Keli lapadi lole. If you want to separate it, keli lapadi lole. Bhavati vidrita shaile balika bhirvayasyaihi api vihita vilasam keli lapadi lole.
भवति विधृतशैले बालिकाभिर्वसैः अपि विहितविलासं केलिलापादिलोले भवति विधृतशैले बालिकाभिर्वसैः अपि
Vayasyaihi.
वयस्यै
Yeah.
बालिकाभिर्भिर् can you say one
Yeah,
more
so
time?
vayas means age, right? So balika bhir vayasyaihi.
Okay. भवति विधृतशैले बालिकाभिर्वैसैः अपि विहितविलासं केलिलापादिलोले
भवति विधृतशैले बालिकाभिर्वयस्यैः अपि विहितविलासं केलिलापादिलोले भवति विधृतशैले बालिकाभिर्वयस्यैः अपि विहितविलासं केलिलापादिलोले
Savidha milita dhenureka hastena kandu, and then put a plus yati sati and then a comma. So the whole of third line, then yati sati comma pashupalas tosham aishanta sarve. सविदमिलितधेनुरेकहस्तेन कण्डूयति सति पशुपालास्तोषमैषन्त सर्वे
सविधमिलितधेनुरेकहस्तेन कण्डूयति सति पशुपालास्तोषमैषन्त सर्वे सविधमलितधेनु सविधमिलितधेनुरेकहस्तेन कण्डूयति सति पशुपालास्तोषमैषन्त सर्वे
सविदमिलितधेनुरेकहस्तेन कन्दूयति सति पशुपालास्तोषमैषन्त सर्वे सविदमिलितधेनुरेकहस्तेन कण्डूयति सति पशुपालास्तोषमैषन्त सर्वे.
Stanza 6. So the tune changes into that two-liner tunes now. Next to the stanzas. अतिमहान् गिरिरेशतु वामके करसरोरुहितं धरते चिरं किमिदमद्भुतमद्रिबलन्विति त्वदवलोक्यभिराहति गोपकैः. So the Gopas are discussing, that this is such a huge mountain and this boy is like 7 or 8 years old. How is he able to easily lift it with his left hand? So he says that's all because they wonder, maybe, we all pray to Govardhana. So maybe the Govardhana mountain itself is lifting him. And, Krishna is just pretending to just stand under it and try to, try to support, like we all take those photos, right? Like we're trying to push the leaning tower of Pisa and then we try to take the picture, but we are not actually pushing it. That's how it's Photoshop, right? So he says, you think maybe this boy is just standing there and pretending to hold, but it's a mountain who is actually decided to come to help us, and it's actually lifted itself to protect all of us here. And they all start to wondering, how is it possible that this small boy can do this? Ati mahan giriresha tu vamake, comma, kara saroruhi tam dharate chiram kim idam adbhutam adri. So I'm just going to break it into 4 parts so you can say it together. Kim idam adbhutam adri. The next word, the last word in this, nviti, N-V-I-T-I, if you want to say it in English, N-V-I-T, nviti. So because of that, that balam doesn't come, it becomes balan. That it becomes an in sound to continue with the in that comes later. Okay, so it is not balam, it becomes balan viti. So think of it as B-A-L-A-N N-V-I-T-I. So balan viti, and then a comma. Yep. Twadava loki birakati. That word is together. Twadava loki birakati gopakaihi. A little bit of a tongue twister stanza, although it's a small one. Ati mahan giriresha tuvamake karasaroruhitam dharate chiram kimidam adbhutam adribalan viti twadava loki birakati gopakaihi.
अतिमहान् गिरिरेषु तु वामके करसरोरुहितं धरते चिरं किमिदमद्भुतमद्रिबलन्विति त्वद्वलोकि विराकति गोपकैः अतिमहान् गिरिरेषु तु वामके करसरोरुहितं धरते चिरं किमिदमद्भुतमद्रिबलन्विति तद्वलोकि विराकति गोपकैः.
Rajesh,
Yeah.
last line, the Twadavaloki.
Twadava, I know. I think the second time when she said it sounded a little bit like a ta. Twadava.
Okay, thank you.
Atimahan giriresha tu vamake karasarorohitam dharate chiram kimidam adbhutam adribalanviti twadavaloki birakati gopakaihi. Atimahan giriresha tu vamake karasarorohitam dharate chiram kimidam adbhutam adribalanviti twadavaloki birakati gopakaihi.
Stanza 7. Ahaha dharshtyamamushyavatogirhim vyatita bahurasavavaropayet iti haristvai baddha vigarhano divasa saptakamughamavarshayate. So when Krishna is then standing and holding this, right? So Indra is wondering, what an arrogance for this boy, right? This is such a small boy, but he's trying to, try to show how he can do it. Let me see how long this actually lasts, right? So because it's a small boy, so eventually he's going to give up. And so the rain is continuing to pour aggressively for Divasa Saptaka, 7 days of, incessant rain, continuous rain. And then Indra is hoping at one point this boy is going to feel tired and then he's going to put the mountain down and then get away from there. Ahaha darshtiyam. So that ir has to come after the dha. Okay, because the ish and the it are coming later. So darshtiyam amushya, if you want to separate it, or you can say it together. Darshtiyam amushya vator girim, comma, vyatita bahura sava varopayet iti haris tvai baddha vigarhano, comma, divasa saptakam ugrama varshayat. So that word, if you want to separate it, saptakam ugram avarshayet, or you can say it together as well. Ahaha darshyamamushyavatogirhim vyatita bahurasavavaropayet iti haristvai baddha vigarhano divasa saptakamugrama varshayate.
Ahaha darshyamamushyavatogirhim व्यतितबाहुरसावरोपयेत् इति हरस्वयि बद्धविगर्हणो दिवससप्तममुग्रमवर्षयत्.
The second line, Sava Varopayit. Two Va coming there.
Okay, got it. Ahahadarshamumushyavatorogiram व्यतितबाहुरसावरोपयेत् इति हरस्वयि बद्धविहर्हणो दिवससप्तमुग्रमुवर्षयत्.
Saptakam. Divasa Saptakam. Ugram Avarshayat. If you want to just break it.
दिवससप्तकमुग्रमवर्षयत्.
Yeah.
अहहदाष्ट्यममुष्यवटोर्गिरिं व्यतितबाहुरसावरोपयेत् इति हरिस्त्वयि बद्धविगर्हणो दिवससप्तकमुग्रमवर्षयत्. अहहदाष्ट्यममुष्यवटोर्गिरिं व्यतितबाहुरसावरोपयेत् इति हरिस्त्वयि बद्धविगर्हणो दिवससप्तकमुग्रमवर्षयत्.
Rajesh, ஒரே ஒரு question. அஹஹ தார்ஷ்டயவ தார்ஷ்டியவ.
It sound. Darshtya. It and yeah, it and ya. So ty like darshtya.
அஹஹ தார்ஷ்டிய மமுஷ்ய வட்டோர்கிரா. Okay, thank you.
This is, although this is a very small, simple chapter, it's got a lot of tongue twister words in this chapter. A lot of them come. Stanza 8. Achalate tvayi deva padat padam galita sarva jale cha ghanotkare apahrite marutam patihi twadabhishankita dhis samupadravate. So although this incessant rain continues for saptaka 7 days, achalati, he says, you did not move even one step away from where you were standing. You were standing in that exact pose, right, of crisscrossing, that is crisscrossing your feet and standing with left hand, left finger tip holding the Govardhana mountain, and you didn't move even one step away for all these 7 days. And when this entire thing was continuing, at some point, then all the clouds also were exhausted of all the rain, and finally the clouds started drifting away, and the rains finally stopped after 7 days and 7 or 6 nights, 7 nights, whatever. The rain finally stopped, right? And then Indra realizes that what is happening right now. So achalati tvayi deva padat padam, galita sarva jale cha ghanotkare apahrite marutam patihi. So put a visarga there, comma. Next line, that is goes away. Twadabhishankita dhihi is there, put a is these samupadravat.
Rajesh, in that third line, it says Marudam Padihi. What is it mentioned about Krishna?
It's like, so one is Maruta means wind, and Marutam Patihi is like Guruvayur, Lord of Guruvayur. So he says, oh Lord of Guruvayur, finally the wind is scattered by the winds, the clouds drift away. So that's why he's using the word to Maruta there. One is referring to the wind which is scattering the clouds. One is Marutam Patihi is referring to the Lord of Guruvayur.
Thank you, Rajesh.
Is there a comma after the padat padam?
Yeah, at the end of that line, yes. End of that line, yeah. Achalate tvayi deva padat padam galita sarva jale cha ghanotkare apahrite marutam patihi twadabhishankita dhis samupadravate.
Achalati tvayi deva padat padam galita sarva jale cha ghanotkare apahrite samupadravat. Achalati tvayi deva padat padam galita sarva jale cha ghanotkare apahrute marutam patihi twadabhishankita samupadravat.
अचलति त्वयि देव पदात् पदं गलित सर्वजले च गनोत्करे अपहृते मरुता मरुतां पतिः त्वदभिशङ्कितदिः समुपाद्रवत् अचलति त्वयि देव पदात् पदं गलित सर्वजले जले च गणोत्करे अपहृते मरुता मरुतां पतिः त्वदभिशङ्कितदिः समुपाद्रवत्.
Stanza 9. शममुपेयुषि वर्षभरे तथा पशुपधेनुकुले च विनिर्गते भुवि विभो समुपाहितभूधरः प्रमुदितैः पशुपैः परिरेभिषे. So now once the rain and the wind, everything then is been completely ceased and it has stopped and the sky was clear of all the rain clouds. So then the sun comes out finally. So then Krishna puts the Govardhana mountain, he then speaks actually to the Gopikas and everybody and says, it is time now, all the rain has stopped. So you all can go back home, right? Along with all your possessions and the cows and carts and everything. And then nothing, now the rain is no longer going to come. So he tells them, and once they leave, he then gradually puts the mountain back, right, where it was there. And then everybody is extremely happy and then they embrace him and all that. So everybody is happy that rain has stopped. Shamamupeyushi varshabhare tada, pashupa dhenu kule cha vinirgate bhuvi vibho samupahita bhudharaha, pramuditaihi put a f pashupaihi put a f again parirebhishe. शममुपेयुषि वर्षभरे तथा पशुपधेनुकुले च विनिर्गते भुवि विभो समुपाहितभूधरः प्रमुदितैः पशुपैः परिरेभिषे.
शममुपेयुषि वर्षभरे तदा पशुपधेनुकुले च विनिर्गते भुवि विभो समुपाहितभूधरः प्रमुदितैः पशुपैः परिरेभिषे. शममुपेयुषि वर्षभरे तदा पशुपधेनुकुले च विनिर्गते भुवि विभो समुपाहितभूधरः प्रमुदितैः पशुपैः परिरेभिषे.
शममुपेयुषि वर्षभरे तदा पशुपधेनुकुले च विनिर्गते भुवि विभो समुपाहितभूधरः प्रमुदितैः पशुपैः परिरेभिषे. शममुपेयुषि वर्षभरे तदा पशुपधेनुकुले च विनिर्गते भुवि विभो समुपाहितभूधरः प्रमुदितैः पशुपैः परिरेभिषे.
Stanza 10. धरणिमेव पुरा धृतवानसि क्षितिधरोद्धरणे तव कश्रमः इति नुतस्त्रदशैः कमलापते गुरुपुरालय पालय मां गदात्. Very nice stanza here. Bhattacharya saying the gods are telling that if you remember that I just went back, right, to the 12th chapter, right, Varaha Avataram. So where the last stanza, which is Abhyudharna tadaram dashanagra lagna mustankurankita ivadhikapi varatma. It says you lift, in the Varaha Avataram, you come and you lift the entire earth at the tip of your tusk as if it is like a small blade of grass. So the gods are saying if you have lifted the earth with the tip of your tusk as if it's a small blade of grass, lifting a mountain at the tip of your finger is not a big feat. So he says it's nothing to be praising about. It's not even a big feat. It's no big deal. You lifted the earth itself with the tip of your finger, so it's no big deal. So Shitidharo Dharane Tava Kashramaha. What effort is it going to be for you to lift the mountain with the tip of your feet? So it's nothing to be wondering about how he's able to lift it at the tip of your finger. It is nothing. You lifted the earth itself. So thus all the Tridashai, all the gods, Kamalapate, consort of Lakshmi, they all praised you. Guru Puralaya Palaya Mam Gadat. Please protect me, O Lord of Guruvayur. Dharanimeva Pura Dhrita Vanasi, Kshitidharodharane. So that what you have to say together. Kshitidharodharane Tava Kaha is there. Put a ish, kash, shramaha. Iti nutas Tridashaihi, put a ih sound, Tridashaih, Kamalapate, Guru Puralaya Palaya Mam Gadat. Dharanimeva Pura Dhritavanasi Kshitidharodharane Tava Kashramaha इति नुतस्त्रिदशैः कमलापते गुरुपुरालय पालय मां गदात्
धरणिमेव पुरा धृतवानसि क्षितिधरो धरणे तव कश्रमः इति नुतश्चिदिशैः कमलापते गुरुपुरालय पालय मां गदात्
third line त्रिदशैः
त्रिदशैः ओके धरणिमेव पुरा धृतवानसि क्षितिधरो धरणे तव कश्रमः इति नुतश्चिदिशैः कमलापते गुरुपुरालय पालय मां गदात्.
I think even now, I think when you're saying it, I heard it like tridishaih. I'm hearing it tridashaih.
Iti nutashtridashaih.
Yeah.
Okay, got it. Thank you. Sri Krishnaya Parabrahmane Namaha.
धरणिमेव पुरा धृतवानसि क्षितिधरोद्धरणे तव कश्रमः इति नुतस्त्रिदशैः कमलापते गुरुपुरालय पालय मां गदात् धरणिमेव पुरा धृतवानसि क्षितिधरोद्धरणे तव कश्रमः इति नुतस्त्रिदशैः कमलापते गुरुपुरालय पालय मां गदात् श्री कृष्णाय परब्रह्मणे नमः.
We have some time, so we'll quickly do a few stanzas of 64. It's a very small chapter anyway. So 64 is Govinda Pattabhisheka Varnanam. So this is where the Lord gets the name as Govinda. So crowning him, Pattabhishekam is crowning him with the name of Govinda. Stanza 1. आलोक्य शैलोद्धरणादिरूपं प्रभावमुच्चैस्तव गोपलोकाः विश्वेश्वरं त्वामभिमत्य विश्वे नन्दं भवज्जातकमन्वपृच्छन्. So every couple stanzas I'll combine it. आलोक्य शैलोद्धरणादि रूपं कॉमा प्रभावम् उच्चैस्तव गोपलोकाः Vishweshwaram Tvam Abhimatya. If you want to break it, you can break it. Tvam Abhimatya Vishwe, comma Nandam Bhavaj Jatakam Anva Prichan. Jatakam, like horoscope, Jatakam Anva Prichan. Alokya Shailo Dharanadi Rupam Prabhavamuchaistava Gopalokaha Vishweshwaram Tvam Abhimatya Vishwe Nandam Bhavajjatakamanva Prichan.
Alokya Shailodharanadi-rupam Prabhavamuchaistva Gopalokaha Vishweshwaran Tvam-abhimatya Vishwe Nandam Bhavajjatakamanva Prichan. Alokya Shailodharanadi-rupam Prabhavamuchaistva Gopalokaha Vishweshwaran Tvam-abhimatya Vishwe Nandam Bhavajjatakamanva Prichan.
I think that is very in that line, Bhavajja. I think just take it down slightly. Nandam Bhavajjatakamanva Prichan. Otherwise, it's that each is not hearing.
Nandam Bhavajjatakamanva
No,
Prichan.
Bhavaj. Just pause very briefly after that each. Very brief.
Okay.
आलोक्य शैलोद्धरणादिरूपं प्रभावमुच्चैस्तव गोपलोकाः विश्वेश्वरं त्वाम् अभिमत्य विश्वे नन्दं भवज्जातकमन्वपृच्छन् आलोक्य शैलोद्धरणादिरूपं प्रभावमुच्चैस्तव गोपलोकाः विश्वेश्वरं त्वाम् अभिमत्य विश्वे Nandam Bhavajjatakamanvapritchan.
Stanza 2. Gargodito Nirgadito Nijaya, and then put a plus. Vargaya Tatena Tava Prabhavaha Purvadikas Tvayanuraga. So double ya. Tvayanuraga Esham. So you put a plus also there, but you break it at the end so you can join it. esham aidishtha tavat bahumana bharaha. So when the Gopas, when they see these great feats, everything that Krishna is doing, and then he was able to lift the Govardhana mountain, then they also realize that there should be something special about this boy, right? So they all approach Nanda Gopa and then say that, what is it you know that we don't know, right? How is it that your boy is able to accomplish all these great things? There should be something special about this, right? So at that time, Nanda Gopa is saying, Gargodita, whatever Garga Muni had said. You remember that 44th chapter where the Namakaranam happened? So at that time, Garga Muni is coming and telling that this is a very special. He doesn't, like we said, he stopped short of saying it is the Hari himself. He just didn't say that, but he said everything else. He said, this boy is going to take care of you. All the people who are good to him, great things are going to happen. If you're not aligned with him, bad things, he's going to take care of the community. He's going to make you proud. Gargamuni said a lot of those things. So Nandagopal is saying all this, saying that, this is what Gargamuni had told. I didn't want to tell anybody, but this is just a special, a special kid here that we have. So when they said that, then of course their affection, Bahumana Baraha, their affection towards you increased several more fold, because they realize that you are absolutely special, and this is not some things that they are just witnessing, right? That it is special that you are born amongst them, so they start liking you even more as a result of knowing about this. So Gargodito nirgadito nijaya vargaya tatena tava prabhavah पूर्वादिकस्त्वय्यनुराग येषाम् ऐधिष्ठतावद् बहुमान भारः.
गर्गादितो निर्गदितो निजाय वर्गाय तातेन तव प्रभावः पूर्वादिकस्त्वय्यनुरागयेषाम् ऐदिष्टतावत् बहुमानभारः.
The first word is Gargodito.
गर्गोदितो निर्गदितो निजाय वर्गाय तातेन तव प्रभावः पूर्वादिकस्त्वय्यनुरागयेषाम् ऐदिष्टतावत् बहुमानभारः.
गर्गोदितो निर्गदितो निजाय वर्गाय तातेन तव प्रभावः पूर्वादिकस्त्वय्यनुरागयेषाम् ऐदिष्ठतावत् बहुमानभारः. गर्गोदितो निर्गदितो निजाय वर्गाय तातेन तव प्रभावः पूर्वादिकस्त्वय्यनुरागयेषाम् ऐदिष्ठतावत् बहुमानभारः.
We'll just do two more stanzas and we'll stop. Tatova manodita. So tata avamano, that is the word there, but it flows. Tatova manodita tattva bodhaha, comma. Suradhi rajaha, putta is Suradhi rajas saha divya gavya. Upetya tushtava sa nashta garvaha, comma. Sprishtva padabjam mani maulina te. ततो वमानोदित तत्त्वबोधः सुराधिराजः सह दिव्यगव्या उपेत्य तुष्टावस नष्टगर्वः स्पृष्ट्वा पदाब्जं मणिमौलिना ते.
ततो वमानोदित तत्त्वबोधः सुराधिराजः सह दिव्यगव्या उपेत्य तुष्टावस्नष्टगर्वः सृष्ट्वा पदाब्जं मणिमौलिना ते.
स्पृष्ट्वा.
ततो वमानोदित तत्त्वबोधः सुराधिराजः सह दिव्यगव्या उपेत्य तुष्टावस्नष्टगर्वः स्पृष्ट्वा पदाब्जं मणिमौलिना ते.
ततो वमानोदित तत्त्वबोधः सुराधिराजः सह दिव्यगव्या उपेत्य तुष्टावस नष्टगर्वः स्पृष्ट्वा पदाब्जं मणिमौलिना ते. ततो वमानोदित तत्त्वबोधः सुराधिराजः सह दिव्यगव्या उपेत्य तुष्टावस नष्टगर्वः स्पृष्ट्वा पदाब्जं मणिमौलिना ते.
Stanza 4. Sneha snutais Tvam Surabhihi is there, put a F, Surabhif Payobihi, put a visarga and a comma there, Payobihi, comma. Then on top of the go, there will be air, you can remove that. Govinda Namankitam Abhyashinchat. If you want to break it, that ma Namankitam Abhyashinchat. Aira Vatopahrita Divya Ganga, and then put a plus. Pathobhirindro Pathobhirindropi cha Jata Harshaha. So then in the third stanza, so Indra Suradhiraja, Indra, who's Avamanodita, who then got disgraced because he tried his best but he could not do anything, and then he realized that he could not, he got disgraced because he could not defeat Krishna here. So then when that happens, Tattva Bodhaha, he then realized the ultimate truth, that he realized that how am I fighting with the wrong person? He then comes to senses, right? That he has to the ultimate realization he comes, that it is the Lord himself who is there. So once it comes there, then Nashta Garvaha, the pride he had was completely eliminated. So when he realized it and he realized his pride got eliminated, then he himself comes down. He comes down to meet Krishna, and then he Mani Maulinath in your Padabjam. So in your feet, he surrenders and then puts his crown. Says, I'm sorry, I made a mistake. And then he also brings Kamadhenu there, and then he anoints, he then does the Abhishekam with the milk which is coming from Kamadhenu, as well as Airavato Pahrita, his elephant Airavata is then pouring water, Ganges water on you, and then you get the name of Govinda. So he gives you the name Govinda and doing the Abhishekam for you with the milk which is coming from Kamadhenu and the Ganges water which is coming from the Airavata elephant. So the word Govinda has got a couple of meanings. One is the word Vinda means somebody who protects or who takes care and protects. That's the Vinda word, the second half of the word. The Go has got two meanings. One is very simply cows. So Govinda means one who's a protector of the cows, because he's a cowherd, so he's a protector of the cows. That's Govinda. The other word, other meaning of Go is also, it also means the Vedas or senses also. So it means just two other meanings. So by Govinda, it could mean either a protector of the cows or a keeper or protector of the Vedas, or one who's a protector or controller. That's the other reference of Vinda, is protection. Also could also mean one who has control over, right? Taking care of. So Govinda is one who has control and protection of the senses as well. So those are the three different meanings of Govinda, but a very simple meaning of Govinda is one who takes care of the cows. Snehasnutaistvam surabhih payobihi Govindanamankitamabhyashinchat Airavato divya ganga patobhirindropi cha jata harshah.
स्नेहास्नुतैस्त्वां सुरभिः पयोभिः गोविन्दनामाङ्कितमभ्यषिञ्चत् ऐरावतोपाहृतदिव्यगङ्गापातोभिरिन्द्रोऽपि च जातहर्षः.
That first word, Sneha Snutaistvam.
स्नेहस्नुतैस्त्वां सुरभिः पयोभिः गोविन्दनामाङ्कितमभ्यषिञ्चत् ऐरावतोपाहृतदिव्यगङ्गापातोभिरिन्द्रोऽपि च जातहर्षः.
स्नेहस्नुतैस्त्वां सुरभिः पयोभिः गोविन्दनामाङ्कित अभ्यषिञ्चत् ऐरावतोपाहृतदिव्यगङ्गापातोभिरिन्द्रोऽपि च जातहर्षः. स्नेहस्नुतैस्त्वां सुरभिः पयोभिः गोविन्दनामाङ्कितमभ्यषिञ्चत् ऐरावतोपाहृतदिव्यगङ्गापातोभिरिन्द्रोऽपि च जातहर्षः.
We'll stop here. Shri Krishnaya Parabrahmane Namaha. सान्ध्रानन्दावबोधात्मकमनुपमितं कालधीशावदेभ्यां निर्मुक्तं नित्यमुक्तं निगमशतसहस्रेण निर्भास्यमानम् अस्पष्टं दृष्टमात्रे पुनरुरुपुरुषार्थात्मकं ब्रह्मतत्त्वं तत्तावद्भाति साक्षात् गुरुपवनपुरे हन्त भाग्यं जनानां कायेन वाचा मनसेन्द्रियैर्वा बुद्ध्यात्मना वा प्रकृते स्वभावात् करोमि यत् सकलं परस्मै नारायणायेति समर्पयामि. Thank you, everybody. We will have a class next week. Hopefully, most of you can join, because since we missed 2 classes, I don't want to miss the class next weekend. I know it's long weekend, so hopefully most of you can join. But anyway, we'll record it for those who cannot. Okay.
Thank you, Rajesh. Have a great
Thank you,
weekend. Thank
Rajesh,
you.
very
Bye, everyone.